One U.S. soldier blinded by a grenade and the wife of another soldier killed. In Afghanistan, they're suing Omar Khadr for $45 million. The lawsuit was filed Thursday in Utah, as you know from the source. Tabitha Spear and Sergeant Lane Morris say Khadr is responsible for the soldier's injuries and death, which happened in 2002, an allegation admitted to by Khadr under oath. Well, the lawsuit has sparked outrage among Khadr's prominent supporters. Look.
It's wrong and it's not right for us to sit by and watch as one of our brothers in humanity is held in prison for more than a decade.
That's footage from a pro-Khadr rally held in Toronto. Among the supporters are a group of Muslims who claim they visited Khadr in prison. They want him speaking at their mosque when he's free, just like his terrorist dad used to do too. Well, Faith Goldie was at the rally. She joins us with more. Faith, great to see you. These folks speak as if he wasn't guilty at all, even though we have videotape of him assembling the improvised explosive devices. He's never denied he's a terrorist. He's never renounced terrorism. I guess they're just okay with that terrorism.
He's confessed to war crimes, including the murder of Sergeant Christopher Scheer. Let's be very, very clear. These people, Ezra, confirmed every single thing I have ever heard you say on air. Ezra, you've gone on time and time again and said, these people will have them over at their mosque. They see them as a hero, used to recruit young Muslims. And that's what I heard time and time again. Let's be very clear. The first, 7 to 10 folks that you saw there in the orange jumpsuits, they didn't really want to talk to me. I went there with a simple question. Yeah. Do you know the name of the victim of Omar Khadr, either the man that he killed or the man that he blinded? Everyone refused to answer. I don't know, is it because they didn't know or they just couldn't be bothered to find out? They sent out garbage, frankly, pamphlets about Omar Khadr, the Canadian, how he loves to read books like The Life of Pi and Hunger Games. Nowhere in it does it mention his confession to murder. Nowhere in it does it mention the fact that he's now being kept in a medium security prison. He's no longer at Gitmo, folks. Let's be very clear.
I don't think they know. I don't think they really care about the details, because to him, Omar Khadr is a symbol of a young Muslim radical standing up and achieving the greatest goal, which is to murder an American serviceman. And now that would be an even greater goal, would be for him to be free, touring, boasting, recruiting. So I don't think they care about these details, and I don't think they would care anyways for an infidel he killed along the way. Even if they admitted he killed him, they wouldn't care. To him, he is the symbol of Al Qaeda and radical Islam triumphing over the West, and it's coming true.
Yeah, I actually asked one of the ladies whether or not she thought that Omar Khadr was a good role model for young Muslims, and she said, well, yes, through his virtue of patience alone. So, I mean, look no further. I'm not putting words into their mouth. I actually asked them as well. I'll let the lady here describe exactly what she thinks about Omar.
Let's take a look.
This was the U.S. medic that he killed.
But listen, how much people did he kill? Tell me, please. How much people in Iraq, in Syria, in Burma, in Pakistan, in Yemen are killed daily? How many children are killed daily? How many women are raped daily by these American soldiers who claim to fight for justice? How many people? But yet, when it's somebody else who does it and retaliates against them, then automatically they deserve to be in prison for the rest of their life. What about him? How many people has he killed? Can we get the statistics for that? How many people has he killed? How many people has the American government acknowledged that they should be killed? How many people? That's not right, man. That's what you have to understand.
What a pleasant young woman. She's doing the false moral equivalence we've seen in Craig Oliver at CTV and George Stroumboulopoulos at CBC to say, well, they both had guns. Omar Khadr had a grenade, Christopher Spear had a gun. They're equal soldiers on a battlefield. I mean, seriously, that's what George Stroumboulopoulos, except for one is a soldier and the other is a terrorist. That's like saying, well, both the cops and the robbers had guns, so sure, the robber killed a cop, but a cop killed a robber. There's no moral differentiation here.
These are non-state actors who were terrorists who waged war with America the moment that they basically, Al Qaeda I'm talking about here, blew up the Twin Towers. And when I even mentioned that to the girls, they said, well, it wasn't Al Qaeda. And I said, well, tell me, who was it? Oh, it's a big secret. They could not stand to look at pictures of Sergeant Christopher Spear, his wife Tabitha, their 2 children, Taryn and Tanner, as well as Sergeant Lane Morris. These are real people who have been affected by the little terrorist Omar Khadr, who is now 27 years old, has not renounced a single thing that either he or his radical terrorist father, Ahmed Khadr, did. He might be more hardened than ever, and guess what? There is a ready and willing Canadian public looking to embrace him and welcome them into their mosque to say all of the hardships that he underwent under this Canadian government. And guess what? Folks like Justin Trudeau are not condemning or ruling out the idea of possibly compensating the terrorist rather than the victims here.
That's why I'm impressed with this lawsuit, because I think that Omar Khadr will get paid either by some Department of Justice payout or by some left-wing court that pays some money. I want the real victims to get that money. First, I think it's a disgrace that Omar Khadr is back in Canada. He had a 40-year sentence given to him at Guantanamo Bay, but we cut a political deal with Obama that was a disgrace to both our countries. But what's terrifying is that people on the street, like that young woman you were interviewing, are so brazen in their support for Al Qaeda, and I believe they are here by the thousand. Hundreds of them reveal themselves on the Facebook page, and who knows how many thousand more there are. Do you think that woman you spoke to, do you think that she supports Al Qaeda terror against the West?
I don't know. I asked her about her comments on jihad, and did Omar Khadr just misunderstood it? She said that I misunderstood it, and then could not go on to actually tell me what I was to understand about jihad and its role within Islam, especially here in Canada. Yes. Let's be clear. This woman admitted to visiting Omar Khadr in prison. She was not part of the formal protest, Ezra. She was just a passerby who got on camera and told me what was up and what was down.
That's incredible. They're amongst us, the enemy within. That was the title of my book, referring to the fifth column.